definitely want to get into this other topic, other serious topic. This kid Tyrell Terry. Tyrell Terry is a now former NBA player. Got drafted in 2020 and recently retired. And he said that he had to retire because of anxiety issues. And part of the reason of his anxiety is playing basketball. So I bring this up for you, Platt, because this applies to everyday life for everybody, right? The struggle is real in regards to mental health out there.
Right.
And sometimes the things that we love can be a detriment to our health. I have a question for you.
Right.
If music ever got to a point where it became a detriment to your health, would you walk away from it?
So there's a thing with understanding yourself and then having to be at a point where you're overwhelmed.
Right.
And we've seen certain artists be in that position. Even Andre 3000.
Yep.
He's another artist who's been in that type of position. And, you know, when I read up on it, and it was just like, wow, I didn't even know he felt like that. And that's even from Jump. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. So, you know, everybody wants to be the star, or they want to be, you know, feel welcome, feel like, you know, they're getting all this love. But when they realize certain things that come with it, or they don't understand, but do understand later on that it's like, oh man, like, why is all this happening all at one time?
Right.
Like, all I wanted to do was just chill out. You know, I wanted to hang with fam. I wanted to see some people. We can't even go to the mall and just be regular. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, with that type of feeling, it's, you know, it takes a lot of tough skin, but also too at the same time it takes that thought process and having those mental breaks, knowing when to take breaks,
right,
so you don't get to that point of saying, all right, I'm just done with everything. If it could start off with just social media.
Yeah. That's
just
facts.
take a second.
Turn it off.
Turn off your comments.
You know?
Comments will kill you.
Come back. You reset. All we have to do is reset. Computers got reset buttons.
Right.
The P5 got a reset button. We all we gotta do is just do the same thing, and I feel like we could be okay. But some people just don't understand that factor because they've been either working so hard or there's just so much that happened and they're just going with the flow, and you know, it becomes questionable. It could be to a point where it's like, do you feel like you still want to do it? But my thing is just like, if that's what you wanted to do, then that's what you put yourself into. But it's not about what you want to do. I say it's really what God's path had for all of us.
Right.
So
Can it also be too outside factors? Because like, you know, a lot of us come from humble beginnings, right? So you end up getting to a point where you're able to make a lot of money for yourself.
Right.
Take care of your family, take care of your friends. You know what I'm saying? You have a responsibility, feeling that you got to take care of everybody.
And you had a lifestyle for yourself.
And you create a lifestyle for yourself and all that. So it's like, but that same lifestyle, that's everything that you've worked so hard for is making you sick. And you feeling like, all right, cool, I can't walk away because I got to take care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah, it feels like
that we don't even know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the outside pressure that I can't step away because if I do, what happens to everybody else?
You look at somebody that's been in the game for about 10, 15 years, right?
Yeah.
Any game, music game,
any game,
acting game, sports game, right? And you see the jobs they start taking just to get that check, to maintain that Beverly Hills house, to maintain paying your mama's car note, to maintain your kids going to this Ivy League school and all these status
your cousins going to college.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these things add up. You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much end up start sacrificing yourself in order just to keep these things. But when you hit that wall, none of these people are understanding why you hit that wall.
Right.
You continue to just keep putting on.
Exactly. Kept feeding the beast.
Because it's the beast, but at the same time, it's also too you put yourself in just the light of this is happening because of me.
Yeah, you've put yourself into caregiver mode.
Yeah,
you know
like you become the equation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just helping somebody out no more. It's just literally you being you playing God. Yeah, respectfully. Yeah, because if he retired after 2 years, he retired way richer than he started off.
Facts.
So he already won, and he didn't have to go through that. So his peace of mind eventually is gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my hindsight.
The debt also.
Valid.
So if he came out of college, got a little money, he probably had loans out the wazoo. And a lot of the times when you get drafted, you have people that they give you loans.
They bless
you don't even know they loans,
and they get that return.
You don't even know they loans.
Yeah,
the lending.
Oh, here's that 300,000. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Nah.
Start alone.
Right. Nah. Listen, I commend the kid because there's a lot of people his age that wouldn't take that step. That they would be like, I just gotta tough it out. You know, I might be going through a little something right now, but you know, people need me and I'll figure it out, right? Rather him saying no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's enough. Like, a lot of times I think that word needs to be more in our vocabulary, whether it be with our family, whether it be with our friends, like creating boundaries, creating, you know, some space, some separation where it's like, no, I'm not okay. I'm dealing with something right now, and if you can't understand that, then we have bigger problems than right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for him to take that step at 22 to understand that and say to himself, I gotta get away from this because if I don't, I may not be here. You know what I'm saying? That as a 22-year-old, that's like crazy awareness, and I gotta commend that kid for that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to commend that kid for that.
It's crazy. And I don't know, this is me putting on the claw hat and all that. But I don't know if it's in the algorithm as far as, this week with all the mental health, especially for men. Like, we're in a tough spot of grind it out, right? Put your head down. It's Christmas season. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go hard, you got to put it on. But, just realizing that, like, there are other options. You know what I'm saying? And like even personal conversations that, you know what I mean? Like me and Barry had this week and, we heard stories about certain people that just didn't have that willpower to just move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes a long way to know that somebody actually made the decision to say, you know what? I'm good, bud. I don't want to do this shit no more. I'll be back.
Nah, facts. I mean, listen, we go through it, man. We go through it as individuals. Like we have tough weeks. We have tough days and sometimes, it's tough hours. Facts. Sometimes you feel like you just want to sit in a dark room for the next 9 hours and not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But, that support that you have, the awareness that you do have, that you do understand that you do need a break.
Right. And
you do need some time for yourself to try to decompress.
Yep.
Like a lot of people don't have those tools. And, whether you get that, whether you have that internally, naturally, or you have to get that externally going through therapy, I think a lot of people need to realize that that's okay now. You know what I'm saying? I think we're in a space now as a community that therapy for people is acceptable now, especially in our culture, right? Like growing up in our culture, therapy wasn't even a word. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear therapy, or you crazy. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Why are you going there?
Right. Yeah,
so now it's like, all right, cool. You going there for a reason. Definitely, because listen, the Richies was on therapy for decades before, and they didn't give us the blueprint.
Tony Soprano went to fucking therapy.
They was all in it, bro.
Tony Soprano went to therapy, bro. You know how much work he was putting in and how much shit he had to deal with?
I didn't even know that.
Yo,
you know how many bodies he was buried?
I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you. Your craft. You're an amazing artist, amazing individual, amazing creative. Do yourself a favor and watch The Sopranos now.
Okay.
And you'll see how much shit that man was up against up until the end.
That's true.
Bro.